What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fam, 49er gang? It's your boy Dion back here with another video. Just hitting y'all with a little something that I've been reading into a lot, and there's been several different people that have went ahead and ran with this story. So before anything, definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to keep yourself up to date on any and everything San Francisco 40 motherfucking Niners. So with that being said, we're going to get right into it. So I read today on 49ers web zone, on NinersNation.com, on 49ers on NBC, CBS Sports, everything. Basically, the 49ers are looking to clean up more cap room. And it looks like we've got a couple people on the trading block, and it ain't just Marquise Goodwin. Looks like Tart, Quan Alexander, and Dee Ford are all up for trade. They're all open and available. Now, Tart only has 1 year left on his deal, and I don't think he's really done anything to deserve to be traded, and he's not really getting paid a ton of money. Quan already restructured his contract, so it kind of doesn't make sense why we would make him, available for trade if we already got him to restructure his contract. Guy seems like he wants to continue to get better, but, doesn't make any sense. And then, of course, Dee Ford, I think I would have to go ahead and say they already know ahead of time that Dee Ford is they already know ahead of time that Dee Ford is in a situation where you're not going to have him for the full amount of the season, which is why I didn't understand why they paid him anyway. It never made any sense for them to go ahead and try to trade for this dude, and they knew he wasn't going to be fully healthy. Dee Ford has had an injury-riddled career. We all know that. So with that being said, it's a situation where now they're probably trying to get his money off the books, but it's going to be hard to trade somebody who doesn't have that kind of availability and the contract that he got. Because nobody's going to want to pay him that, that kind of money, knowing he ain't going to be around for the full amount of the season, which is why I was still confused why we paid him all that. As far as trading Tart, that tells me that they believe that they'll find themselves a safety in the draft. That's exactly what that says to me. They've got a safety pegged, somebody they feel can come in and be serviceable and do the job and get things done correctly, and or they feel like they could go ahead and just run with Jimmy Ward and Tarvarius Moore, because we just re-signed Ward, so you're not going to see us go ahead and trade him for any reason or by all intended purposes. We're going to keep him. Quan Alexander is really puzzling. The reason for Quan being puzzling is, like I said earlier, he's already restructured his contract, so it doesn't make sense that we would go ahead and make him, available for trade, because he did what he needed to do. If you ain't been following KB on Instagram, KB out there working with Quan. Quan been working with him. They out there doing their job. They getting, they staying fit. They staying healthy. Look like Quan ready to go. So I'm not really sure why we would go ahead and get rid of him. Maybe it's possibly because of the emergence of Dre Greenlaw and what he did, in Quan's stead while he got injured. But what I would say is I don't really believe that we're going to be able to move possibly Dee Ford and or Quan Alexander. The reason being is because they're contracts that they have. We already had Quan restructure, but Dee Ford ain't restructuring shit when he the first person that should have restructured his damn contract. When he's on the field, it's undeniable that the numbers are ridiculous and they go up. But at the same time, you got to be on the field for that shit to be true, period. So the unfortunate situation is that we don't know who will move. We don't know what will happen. There's been rumors that we will trade out of the first round altogether if we get, deals for both picks. But I have to agree with Matt Mayoko because I wouldn't want us to trade for picks for next year. I'd rather us trade for picks for this year. He made a very good point when he basically said, if you trade for picks for next year, it's stupid because you don't know if college football is even going to be able to be played with all these schools being closed. You're not going to be able to properly evaluate the talent. Some people going into their junior year, that's how you really evaluate them. I.e. like one of the biggest names in college football coming out next year as far as QB is going to be Trevor Lawrence. So if you see a team that has a shitty-ass quarterback, just doesn't go anywhere, and they're looking for anything, you're going to see him tank for Trevor. That's going to be a guarantee because he's the hot commodity as far as QB if he has a fantastic season this year. But for us, yeah, if we trade for anybody, we don't want to trade for no picks for next year. We want picks for this year, and we want picks in this draft to be able to stockpile and to be able to help our team get better. But all of that being said, Ward might be the easiest piece to move because he's not getting paid a ton of money, but at the same time, they must have somebody pegged that they say, this guy's going to take Ward's place. He's going to do what he needs to do, and we feel comfortable with that. As far as moving D Ford, once again, that one's a little puzzling because they paid him a ton of money, and it's going to be a little hard to try to get him off the books with the type of contract that he has. At the same time, I wouldn't mind moving him. You know, like I said, I like what he does when he's on the field, but he's never available. You know, so you draft yourself a couple of young defensive ends. You let Chris Kassir get in there and scream his head off and get them all lined up and get them going and make sure that, you know, that wide nine is run to perfection. And you shouldn't have too much of a problem. But the issue is once again, that possibly could be a rookie, you know, and you don't know. Rookies make mistakes, man. You know, it was an aberration when we had Nick Bosa come in and do the things that he did. But then again, he come from a football family. These are all people basically saying, hey, man, you know, you get out there, you play football, that's what you do. This is what this family does. You know, his brother plays over there in San Diego. You know, I think his dad was an offensive lineman. So, I mean, you got, you know, it's born and bred in him. So hitting with that one was probably easy rather than hard. But, you know, Quan Alexander, once again, I don't see it. I just don't. I don't see Quan being moved because of his contract, and at the same time, he does bring a special energy to the squad. You know what I'm saying? He you know, he's the founding member of the Hot Boys along with, you know, Fred Warner. So I think it would just behoove us to go ahead and keep him rather than to trade him. It just doesn't make sense that we would do that to him, you know, after everything that he's been through, after restructuring his contract, and after the contributions he done made to the team. So those are just a couple of quick hitters. We got the draft here in the next couple days. Keep your eyes open, keep your eyes peeled. It's going to be a virtual draft. John Lynch has his place set up with about 6-7 different monitors and 3 different phones. And man, boy, it's going to be going crazy. But I do believe that at a bare minimum, we trade one of those first round picks, whether it be 13 or 31. And we make sure that we get out of that, you know, get out of that first round with at least 2 to 3 picks for that first round pick. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors, you know what I'm saying, going around about so many different things. There's a rumor that the Patriots may want to make a trade for us if they come up and they see that Tua drops. And I'm thinking to myself, Bill Belichick of all people wanting to see if he can get Tua. No, Bill Belichick don't deal with, you know, injury-prone players too well. That's not his style. Then you've got other rumors in the NFL where you see people getting traded like left and right and all the things going on. I know I haven't touched on Keese, but it's period point blank. Keese has been up for, he's been trade bait, and we've been on that. This is why they'll draft Henry Ruggs the third if he's available there. If Ruggs is gone and Lamb is there, probably draft CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? It just all depends on what happens in the draft. We don't know what they're going to do. This is all speculation, but it's fun to speculate. For me personally, I'd rather take CeeDee Lamb over Ruggs because Lamb has a full body of work and he can do everything. I know he doesn't have the top end speed that Henry Ruggs does, but Lamb just seems to be a better overall prospect, and that's what I'm looking for, somebody who can do everything versus just one thing. Not to say that Ruggs can't run routes or he can't do any of that, but he's just, you know, he's more so, he's kind of pigeonholed as one specific type of thing, not a versatile player who can do it all. So you figure out what you want to do there. I did see a couple of things that made me laugh, as of course, before Dak Prescott ain't got paid yet, and everybody's like, oh, well, we don't really do things with the Cowboys. Here's the thing, people. If you want to go ahead and trade Marquise Goodwin to the Cowboys, go right ahead. Who the hell gonna throw him the ball? What, Kellen Moore or whoever their offensive coordinator, he gonna suit up again and stop being offensive coordinator and start throwing the football? Because I tell you right now, you gotta pay Dak at least a good 38 to 40 mil for him to step on that field. Dak said, I want all my money, baby. Give it to me. Kirk got 84 million or something like that. Kirk Cousins. And ain't done shit for the Vikings. One playoff appearance, you know. I mean, it's all bad. Vikings trade Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. The Bills just got increasingly better. The Vikings just got increasingly worse. You know what I'm saying? DeAndre Hopkins is an Arizona Cardinal. And the coach's decision for that was, oh, we're trying to build for the future. Nigga, what? You're building for what future? Because you just traded away the future. DeAndre Hopkins was going to play at least 7-8 more years. And you done traded him over into my goddamn division, so my DBs have to deal with this monster of a fucking receiver. Thank you very much, dumbass. So, it's just a situation, people, where there's so many things going on. I even read a report that tickled me pink, man. If y'all ain't never heard that expression, y'all probably some young whippersnappers. Y'all don't know about that. So I'm going to tell y'all exactly how this works. So, there's a dumbass report out there that says the Ravens are looking to trade up in the draft to get a true quarterback to move Lamar Jackson to running back. Which makes absolutely no motherfucking sense whatsoever. You're going to trade up to get a new QB when you have a QB and he's a dual threat QB, and that's the way that the league is going. If you're not a dual threat QB, you really ain't that great. Jimmy may not be a true dual threat QB, but the man can move. He can run and get us a little bit of a first down. He's not immobile. This is the shit I'm talking about. See, motherfuckers speculate and just make up shit. Oh, yeah, they want to move Lamar Jackson to running back. Then why do you have Mark Ingram? Stupidity just flows, it's just ridiculously. So, it's all good. But at the end of the day, people, we're going to do what we got to do. 49ers will draft who they're going to draft. We'll see what happens. I'm signing off, man. I got to get back to work. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful day. And as y'all see what I'm doing, take a walk. Get outside your damn house and breathe. Okay? It's okay to walk around your own neighborhood and to just take a step and breathe. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these people have you all up in your house scared shitless and just take a normal walk to breathe some fresh air. I ain't saying go out and start having a party, but at the end of the day, still go out and take a walk and you should be good to go. Alright? This is Dion, your 49er reporter. I'll be back here with the draft because I'm going to do something that is going to be straight up crazy. And I'm going to make sure that, you know, I could try to, if I can, I'm going to try to broadcast the whole draft, whole first round, and try to keep it going throughout the days. Y'all will not see your boy on Saturday. That's my wife's birthday. And I am going to be dedicating that day to her. But y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay 49er faithful. Y'all have a wonderful day. Continue to, you know what I'm saying, keep up with everything. And like I said, man, get out and take a walk. Breathe some fresh air. It's okay. Because to tell you right now, at the end of the day, they're going to have to let us outside at some point. Peace.